Hello, it's Julie Bentley with Watson Realty, coming to you live from my backyard. If you're watching or listening to this video, I know I don't need to tell you that the real estate market is just crazy, not just in the Jacksonville metro area where I am, but across the country. There is a huge demand for homes. People want to buy homes, and the supply is so very limited. So I'm sure you've heard stories of crazy offers and prices going out of control and creative things people are doing to find homes to buy. I'm not going to talk about any of that. You've probably heard plenty of it. What I am going to talk about is what sometimes happens in markets like this. When it becomes a seller's market, some homeowners who in the past had possibly been thinking about selling their home, or maybe hadn't even been thinking about it, but they're watching prices increase and thinking about the equity that would give them in their home, and some decide to sell their home, and some decide to do it on their own to save realtor fees. I will say that some people are successful at it, and it works out fine the first time. For those of you who are attempting to try that, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. What I am going to do is keep you out of trouble. I'm going to tell you that keep in mind that there is a Fair Housing Act that was put into effect by President Johnson, actually, in 1968 to prevent discrimination in housing, not just for home buying and selling, but also for mortgages, people looking for housing assistance, rentals, the whole, all kinds of different things. And it has since been updated as well. Now, as part of that, as part of the Fair Housing Act, you are prohibited from discriminating against people for 7 reasons. Let's see, national origin, color, race, religion, family status, gender, and having or not having a disability. So you cannot choose or not choose someone who wants to buy your house based upon whether they are or are not, or do not fall into one of those categories. And I know many of us think that we would never do that anyway because we don't have biases or prejudices, but it's very, very easy to do it unconsciously or with different intentions in mind. And the best example I can give you is I recently read of a retired couple who had grown up in a family-oriented neighborhood. They had raised their family and it was time for them to downsize. They were empty nesters. They decided to sell their house on their own, and this article was talking about the process. But while they talked about it, they also said that the sellers had decided that they only wanted to sell to a family with children because they wanted the tradition to go on. They wanted to know that there were the pitter-patter of footsteps and laughter in that house, and that there were children. So they chose to only sell to someone with children. If another party had put an offer on that house and the sellers had said, I'm sorry, but we're going to give it to the people with the children, they could very easily been brought up on fair housing discrimination charges and had a good chance of losing or being fined, possibly paying punitive damages, paying for the complainant's attorney, and the fines can be steep. With all of those things bundled in, the punitive damages and the fines and attorney fees, it can be up into 6 figures. So it's no small thing. So you're welcome. If you're getting ready to sell your house on your own, you're very welcome for the free advice to stay safe. You may notice there is one thing that was not included that a lot of people think is as a protected class, and that is age. There is no, excuse the ducks flying overhead, there is no protection for age at this point. I'm sure that's coming as well. So again, you're welcome for the free advice. I hope you stay safe. I wish you all well. If you are selling your home on your own and you get sick of the hassles and the interruptions and the intrusion and just can't take it anymore, you can call me. I'd be happy to step in and take over the process and make your life a whole lot easier. That's it for now. Keep in mind, Fair Housing Act. Don't discriminate. Think very hard before you make a decision on who you will sell your home to. Make sure you're doing it solely on the terms and conditions of the contract, and not on emotional things. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.